Hi, Ellie. I'm sorry if you're not feeling too good. I wanted to talk through a couple of songs with you for Saturday. So I was thinking that you could choose between Popular, When I Grow Up, and Candle on the Water. I think those would all be really good choices. Whether you were going to do, I don't know how many songs you can do, if you want to do all three, if you want to do two. If it was two, I would choose Popular and then one of the other two, probably When I Grow Up. Um, but let's talk through Popular first, because that's a definite do. Um, and I want to urge you to remind you at the I don't know what I'm doing. I can't talk. I want to remind you that at the beginning, it's kind of like recitative. So, be really like vigilant about listening
See, Moscow was started by our great
after this ad.
American East Europe. He started with just a pushcart.
Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I, my tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case I've yet to face, don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. And then it just goes like straight into it. So parts that trip me up, at least in the audio, is don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case, because I know in the Broadway recording she takes a really big pause there, but in this version it's just a 16th rest, so make sure you're going right on. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case, like that. And then it's pretty smooth sailing from there. The only thing just to watch out for is at the end of the piece, after it's not about aptitude, it's the way you're viewed, so it's very shrewd to be very, very popular like me. It skips that whole like slow section and just goes back into the la 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 la. You'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me. And then end there. But make sure that you're just keeping a really, really nice like open space. And that you don't have too much throat tension, because this song is definitely in that like mixy range up here in like the like G to like high C, not high C, but like G to C5 range. So just make sure you're like keeping a nice open space so it doesn't get too, though it's the toughest case I get to face, nasally. The other songs, go ahead and pause this and practice Popular. I'll wait. Okay, now that you've probably unpaused it, or maybe you didn't, maybe you're just watching it straight through. I have no idea. Either way, I would go through When I Grow Up, and remind yourself that at like the end, we're not doing it as written, we're doing it as performed. So don't worry about that. Moms pretend that moms don't think are fun, and I will wake up. Don't do it like right through, like the book says it to do it, or the music says to do it. And this song is super cute, and it's like definitely like a crowd pleaser. So you have to remember while you're singing it though that like from the child's point of view, like they don't understand that these things are like just totally unattainable. Like these are just like genuine wants that a little kid has. And so have that kind of enthusiasm about them. Otherwise, you're pretty much good on this one. I was trying to take a second to look for stuff, and I don't really think there is anything. The other one I would look at is Candle on the Water. And for that one, the only thing is that it just gets really like kind of like bogged down, like a cold and friendless light has found you. Don't let the storm, and it just kind of like gets really boring. So make sure that you work on your sense of line. So instead of a cold and friendless light has found you. Don't let the stormy darkness pull you down. I'll paint a ray of hope around you. And really keep that flowing. A good way to do that, like physically, externally, that I really like is I like to take 2 fingers and like spin, and that helps me kind of like engage my like abs, and it helps my brain kind of like process like, oh, keep spinning your air, so that you can get through the phrase with a lot of like energy and gusto. Otherwise, in that piece, pay attention to the dynamics. They're not like super intentional, but they are there. And they give that piece a lot of interest too. It's definitely like an old one, but it's very sweet. So if you choose to go that route, I think that's a good one. Feel free to like either have like your mom text me, or to like email me, or anything if you have any questions between like now and Wednesday, and then I'll talk to you then. I'll see you at 4:00 so that we can like, well, online I'll see you at 4:00 so we can kind of get together and figure stuff out. Bye. Feel better.